Hey guys, the data download has just dropped and we have info on the ZENKAI Awakening for Android 16, as well as a few things that actually surprised me a lot in this update for this week. But we're going to start with Android 16 himself, and I have Trunks open for reference because I believe he's the only other defense type ZENKAI unit, unless I'm mistaken. But I think that's a pretty fair comparison to make just stat-wise. So starting off without even doing anything, his health, like 2.9 million health. I mean, Trunks, what does he have? Yeah, this is more common. 2.9 million is a lot of health. Strike attack of 268k for a defense type is actually a lot, and the reason why that's so high is because he's sacrificing his blast attack. It's only 201k after the ZENKAI Awakening at 14 stars. I think this is also fully soul boosted. It has to be fully soul boosted. And then defenses are at 190 and 194, very close to just straight up 200k defenses, which is insane. Trunks is at 184, 185. His strike attack's at 230, but he has a little bit of a higher blast attack. But overall, I would say the stats on this guy are just way better, because you don't really want to be using the blast attack on this guy ever. So I don't really mind this is this low. Okay. So let's go ahead, and we can actually switch back and forth. I'm really glad that Renzi added this like functionality up here where you can switch back and forth and show what the differences are. So we can actually look. So this one prior to ZENKAI literally just drew the Awakened Arch card, the self-destruct. Post ZENKAI, he draws a thing. He gets 70 ki and then 30% inflicted damage for 15 timer counts. So I mean, 70 ki is a lot. It's a lot. This isn't the best main ability ever. Definitely not. But it's, definitely not bad at all. Then we have the first unique, which prior to this, actually it completely changed. So we'll just look at this. Reduce damage received by 50%. Restores 50% of damage taken. So yeah, like I was saying in my prior video, I think this alone, like this part alone, just in combination with the fact that he has like the highest defense stats in the game pretty much, is just automatically already good. Like, I don't know. This by itself is already pretty good. And then he also gets, wow. Oh my god. Okay. 20% damage inflicted by allies and himself. So this guy himself is getting 40% more damage inflicted for 20 counts. And his allies are getting 20. This is very similar to Blue Cooler, or not Blue Cooler, Purple Cooler. Where is Purple Cooler? Right here. One of Purple Cooler's unique when he transforms has something like this. Yeah, the following effects occur after his attack is over. So he gives 25 and 25 for 15 and then 20. So the allies buff is for 20, which is pretty similar to how this operates. So I mean, it's 5% worse, but that's still really, because this is in combination with this cover cut thing. So this guy's taking 0 damage and he's just going to be buffing your team. This is a really, really powerful unique ability right here. Robot Body is nullify own abnormal conditions, and then this is what it was prior to ZENKAI. And then once he gets to ZENKAI, he picks up applies buff effect and nullify attribute downgrades up to 2 times to self. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's like what Beerus has, and the green Beerus and the red Super Saiyan God Goku. Alright, so these are the new uniques he's picking up. Last Words of Advice unlocks at Adept, so this is at ZENKAI level, I believe this is ZENKAI level 3 he unlocks this, and then 6 is the other one. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is defeated. Restores health by 15%, 20% damage inflicted, and then 15% damage inflicted by tag Android or character Gohan. Okay, I'm glad they added the Android tag to that. So like you blow yourself up and then you just buff your whole team by 35% if you're running an Android's team, and you restore health by 15%. That's pretty good. I mean, this guy having a death buff actually synergizes really well with his kit, so I like that a lot. And then the last unique is Rising Weapon of Destruction. Again, unlocks at ZENKAI level 6. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of battle members when this character enters the battlefield. 3 battle members. Wait. Okay, yeah. So this is your own battle members, I think. When this character, number of battle members. I mean, it doesn't say allied battle. I assume it's your battle members. I mean, yeah, it only goes up to 3, so I assume so. 40% of strike damage inflicted. Okay, so he's getting, I guess that's his only passive buff, right? Yeah, that, unless you get one of these off, which you're gonna, like, realistically, you're gonna have this up pretty much the whole fight, because you're always gonna be wanting to cover change this guy in. So I assume this is going to be up for most of the fight, unless the enemy predicts your switch and drops the combo to predict your cover change. But so he gets 40% damage, just straight up, strike damage. 2 battle members left, he gets 40% just overall damage, so not just strike. And then 1 battle member left is 50% to damage, and reduce damage received by 20%. So, I mean, this is like a pseudo last man standing buff. It's honestly not too different. Like, this is not too much different than this. The only thing is the 20% reduced damage taken, which is going to be insane. Like, just in combination with these stats, right? That's the biggest thing to worry about here. Normal strike, normal blast. Hell's Flash special move now deals... Okay, this is crazy. It now deals massive, and it has blast armor, which is actually big. And it does 30% of self-destruct damage inflicted for 30 timer counts, okay. Special skill is restores ki by 30, 20% of damage inflicted for 20 counts, and then 50% of self-destruct damage, so again, pretty good. And then the actual self-destruct itself deals major self-destruct damage. Self-destruct damage does not depend on own health, but deals a fixed amount of damage. And then the following effects occur on self-destruct hit. 50% to allied character go on key recovery, okay. And then inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 80% to health restoration. That's good. And it has blast armor now too. This is huge because let's say you don't end up killing the enemy that you're... Let's say you self-destruct on Zenkai Boo, and it does 90% of his health. Like, he's not going to have the opportunity to regenerate that health now. He's going to only regenerate 20% of what he would, instead of basically, like, that stupid amount of health he would have regenerated from his passive. So this is actually pretty... I think this is significant. And then, obviously, the Zenkai buff is going to be the green androids, and at Zenkai 7, it's going to be this, which is crazy. So I think this guy's actually looking really, really good. Like, I think, like, so people have this preconceived thing where, you know, Vegeta wasn't the best and Trunks also wasn't, like, super good. So people had this theory where, okay, now that they've, you know, reduced the amount of crystals that it takes to actually pull on these banners, now, you know, these new Zenkai Awakened units aren't going to be as powerful as the ones previously. And I think this guy completely invalidates that hypothesis, because... like, this unique alone is just instantly insane. And I don't know, I feel like this guy's going to be really good. His stats alone are just crazy. Like, I don't know. Blast attack is whatever, it doesn't matter. You're going to be running him pretty much on a full strike team anyway. Yeah, I think this guy's looking really good. That's all I have to say about that. We'll see how well he actually does in-game a little bit later tonight once the data actually drops in-game. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Alright, so let's look at some returning events here. So, this is actually the first time this has happened, and this is a really good thing. They are bringing back the Guinea Force Sizzling Summer Boot Camp event, which is the event that you can actually use to farm up the EX Guinea Force. Now, I'm not sure how they're going to do this now. They might just let you farm up all the way to 14 stars, but I assume it's going to take a lot of resources to do this, and it's only up for 14 days, so it's only up for 2 weeks. Yeah, it doesn't really give much details here, but this is the first time this event has ever returned. I think this event came out at the end of the first anniversary, so it's pretty much been a little bit over a year since that's come out, which is whatever. And then they're bringing back the regular GNU event to help farm the equips, I guess. And they actually have a new event coming out, which, you know, original story event. I don't remember the last time they did this. when was the last original story event? Like, 5 months ago? Like, it's been a long time, so I'm really happy about this. 6 chapter stories and 6 EX stages. I mean, it's going to be a lot of free crystals. And by the way, we'll get to the crystal thing later, but new equips coming out with this, which we'll also cover later. Probably a lot of missions, and oh yeah, it looks like you can actually farm... Well, I don't know if you can farm this Turles Z power, but you can get this Turles Z power. I mean, he's not the best, but it's free stuff, so might as well take that. There's also this filler banner coming out, and this actually isn't the worst banner. I mean, this is a full movies banner. You have Bojack, you have Gohan, you have this Broly who can Zenkai Awaken, you have this Broly and Chile, which is the first time they're ever returning. Of course, they were putting them on this banner to make people summon, but the feature units are actually pretty good. Broly and Chile is pretty good. Tapion's a good bench. This Vegeta's still pretty good. Bojack still is Bojack. This Gohan's still really good. This Trunks is very good. This Broly's a good bench. Cooler is... when he Zenkais, he's just stupid. This Cooler is a good bench for movies, and this Broly's a good, you know, Zenkai 1 unit for this team also. So everyone on here is usable in some way. So this banner actually is not bad, but please keep this in mind. If we go by what they did last year, they released a step-up banner in August. This was the dual on Namek banner with Final Form Full Power Frieza versus the Namek Super Saiyan Goku, the LF Goku. That was an LF. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am pretty confident that they're going to do that same thing if they're following last year's plan. So either next week or the week after that, keep your eyes out because we could be getting a new step up with an LF on it in this month. At some point, I would assume it's been a few months, but I mean, the last LF we got was Vegito Blue, and it's been a few months since he came out. So if you're going to spend your crystals on here, do so with caution because something big could be coming soon because they're not going to release a banner this good that's a filler banner if they're not, you know, if they don't have something in their back pocket ready to go. So keep that in mind. Then we have these equips. This is going to be Sagas from the Movies and Ranged, and this is, I guess, from the story event. Yeah, the Turles story event that's coming out. So Strike Defense, Blast Defense, and then Blast per Movies. This is actually a pretty good equip. Movies, I don't really have that many good equips for movies. So I'm going to have to grind these up. Yeah, for Blast Movies unit like Turles, this is actually a perfect equip for him, so that's good. This one is also from the story event as well, so both of these you farm from the story event. This is also going to be just a movies equip, and it is full defense. So we got blast defense, strike defense, and more blast defense. I don't know how good this is. Maybe if they release like a hyper defensive movies unit. I mean, Green Broly kind of is that, but you don't really see him being used too often these days. But for a unit like that, this could be a nice equip for him. And then we have this Android 16 equip, which I believe is going to be the new equipment that you get from the PvP season starting today. So blast attack, blast defense, or strike defense, and then strike attack up to 20%. Like, this is a really nice equip for an Android team. So I don't know for Android 16 specifically. I don't really think this is the best one you could use just because he really doesn't care about blast attack at all. This is pretty much a dead slot for him. But these are nice down here. So that's pretty much all we have. Let me know what you guys think about Android 16, which is over here. I mean, you could even look at Transformed Cooler at 14 stars, right? I mean, he has higher defenses than Transformed Cooler at 14 stars. And Blast Attack, or Strike Attack is way higher, actually. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling this guy's going to be what the Android team really needed, and hopefully this guy's enough to sort of temper Vegito Blue's dominance in the meta, but hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what you think about Android 16's details, and I will see you all in the next one.